All right, welcome to our New York stream. All right, so new week, a new day for us to actually look for opportunities, right? So uh, we'll just get started with gold. All right, we're analyzing gold and see because if we look at our hour 4 right now, the current price is in our zone already, right, on the hour 4. So but not forgetting that this zone has been after the break, it has been tapped in a few times already, right? So we'll see if we can actually get anything out of gold today before we hop on to other currencies. All right, so like I said, on my hour 4 is basically between this line and this line here. All right, let me just change this so it won't confuse you guys. All right, so in between the orange lines, that's my range for gold, right? That means I know that in order for price to dump, all right, it has to break this low. A candle body has to break this low, then that will indicate that the price has reversed. On the hour 4, the market is currently heading downwards. All right, so even though I see these multiple H4 candles that are bearish, right, to me it doesn't mean anything. All right, to me it's still a buy for me. All right, so on the hour 4, we know the price is heading upwards. Okay, so we'll hop on to the 15-minute. All right, so on the 15-minute, if we look according to these two white lines here, right, basically we have a change in the market structure, right, which we have a break here at about 7 p.m. just now. All right, we have a change in the market structure. All right, so we'll see if it gives us any confirmation for us to take to actually take a buy position. Right, I know in the morning today I actually sent out the analysis saying that I'm looking for buy, right? Just give me a moment, yeah. All right, sorry, yeah. Okay, so on my 15-minute, basically today I gave out the analysis, which is I have a zone which is here. All right, on the 15, basically I'm using this whole block here, all right, to take a buy. Okay, but the price has basically, came back, right? It did a small rejection here, okay, at about 100 pips in total, right? But there's no confirmation for us, so I can't take it, and then it dumped again. When it took out this liquidity and also basically taking out these lows here, and also taking out this low with a candle wick, I've been looking at gold to see if I can actually get a confirmation to buy, right? But on my lower time frame, it did not give me any confirmation. Okay, so that is why I did not place any entry. I did not give you guys any signals. But when we are about here, I did say there's an aggressive entry. If you guys have taken it, then you managed to get a little bit of profit here. But I basically did not, because I was waiting for at least the price here to take out this low, right? Which it did not, only here. Okay, so now on the 15-minute, we see the price is coming down. Okay, we still do not have a retracement on the 15. Okay, so we'll just keep monitoring to see how this is going to go. Okay, but if let's say we were going to take a buy, we need somewhere here to be broken first. All right, basically this is going to be a little bit aggressive, right? For this to break above, come back, and then we can take a buy back to the top here, right? This will be a little bit risky as we don't have a solid confirmation. Okay, but we'll see how gold going to perform later. Okay, basically the New York Open is in about 15 more minutes. Okay, and looking at today, basically there's no fundamentals that will actually impact the market or move the market basically for gold other than the volume later for the US session. Alright, so basically right now on the 15th, like I said, gold will be coming down. Alright, but this is my hour 4 zone, which I will be looking to take a buy. Alright, so I will actually look at this level here to see if this will be broken. Okay, so when this breaks, I will actually take a counter trend trade on the 15 minute to pump it back towards the upside. Alright, so this is going to be for gold. Okay, let's take a look at GBP USD because this one has been dumping. I took a sell position here, right, and then it hit my BE and then it continued to dump. Alright, so overall it has dumped about 82 pips already. Right, because my TP was only this low, but then it managed to take me out before continuing the dump. Okay, so GBP USD hour 4. Right, hour 4 is definitely a downwards movement, but we don't see the price retracing at the moment. Right, so we'll just wait for a retrace to happen. Okay, we'll have to wait for a retracement to happen before we actually can take a sell again, right? But for me, when I took a sell at about this level, I'm playing it slightly heavier, basically risking a little bit more of my account to see if I could get something out of it, right? Which it did play out, right? So right now I'm assuming this is my low on the 15. Okay, if this is going to be my low, then I'll be looking at about this level here. Okay, I'm going to assume that this is my current low, alright? I'll be looking at somewhere here to actually take a sell, right? So in order for that to happen, I will need to see this retracing back towards the upside, alright? So GBP USD will just hold out a little while more and see if we manage to get what we want at about this level. Okay, moving on to Euro CAD. Alright, basically my hour 4 is heading towards the upside. Alright, 15 minute is basically coming down. Right, we have a change at about this level, and then we have this break here. Okay, so then this will actually give us at about this level. This would be our high. Alright. Okay, at the moment we don't have a low, but I'm just assuming this is going to be my low. Alright, so Euro AUD, sorry, not Euro CAD, it's Euro AUD. Alright, Euro AUD, I'll be looking for sells at about between this range here. Alright, but if we look clearly to hour 4 is something that we are looking to buy it back. Alright, so in order to sell, we will take a sell downwards, alright, and then at about the 4-hour zone, which is this level, that's where we will start looking for buy opportunities, alright. So EuroCAD will also just keep in view at the moment for now. Right, USD CAD. Okay, we still don't have this break here, right? It's still respecting here because this is my hour 4, right? But I'm not looking to take a buy position. Reason for that is because I have a candle closing out of my zone. Alright, so if there's a candle out of my zone, then I won't be looking for buys. Alright, even though if let's say it does play out, I will still not take the position. Alright. 15 minute we will be looking at about this one here. Alright, so basically these ones are all the 15 minute structure. Alright. these are all the 15-minute structure. Okay, so if we are looking at the 15, at the moment you're looking somewhere here, right, in between these two white lines. That's where we are looking for. All right, USD CAD, right, to sell somewhere at about this level. Okay, but hour 4, we'll just let hour 4 play out first, all right, because we have about 40 more minutes. We'll see how this candle is going to close. Because if we look at the previous two candles, it also just gives us the wick outside of the zone, right? We'll see if this is going to reject. If it rejects, then on the 15-minute, if there's a solid confirmation for us, right, then I will be taking a buy. Otherwise, then I won't be taking a buy. All right, so this will be for UK. All right, Euro USD. Hour 4 basically we have this break here, right, on the hour 4. This one happened last week, right? I won't be taking a buy because if I'm going to be using about this range here, right? So if I'm going to take a buy, I need basically the price to actually take out this low here. I need the price to take out this low and then gives me a confirmation on the lower time frame. Then I'll be buying it back and, you know, basically just continuing this movement upwards. All right. Okay, AUD USD, we are looking at about this range here, right, to actually take a sell. So on our hour 4 on AUD USD, we know it's a downwards movement. All right, AUD USD 15 also a downwards movement. All right, but the difference here is because hour 4 we are looking at this range from here to here, right? Basically from between the orange lines, right? You see these two dots here, right? This is our range. So if we are going to sell, we will definitely be selling somewhere here. All right. And another zone, I could be using this whole block. All right, we are looking at about these two range on hour 4. So on the 15-minute, doesn't mean that we can't sell. We can, but we will be slightly exposed to a much higher risk. All right, so we'll see how 15-minute reacts first. Okay, anything also we just have to wait for the hour 4 to see how it reacts, because it's about 30 more minutes to go, right? 30 plus almost 40 minutes. We let the hour 4 do its thing before we actually hop on to a conclusion. Alright, okay, moving on to NZD JPY. Okay, alright, so NZD JPY, we have a range that is coming downwards. Okay, I'm going to hop on to my 15. Just let me look at the 15. Alright, the 15 basically it's, alright, 15 is coming down, right? But all of a sudden, at this white line here, right, this is the 15-minute zone, right? So we basically have this break here. We have a break here. Okay, and then it will definitely give us about I'm going to remove this zone so it will be clearer. Alright, so if there's a break, the highest point before the break is here. Alright, and this will be our zone to sell. Alright, so the price will continue to come down, but then we have a change in the market structure here. Alright, I'm going to just mark this out. Alright, let me just zoom out so it's easier. Alright, so if you can see let me just hop on to the hour 4. Alright, so on the hour 4, the orange line is where I'm going to be taking a sell. Basically, orange line is my range and selling will be from here and here. Alright, Of course, this is also one of the zones that I'll be using, right, on the hour 4. Okay, we do see the price did not break here as well. It did not break. It just took this out and then continue to get rejected here. All right. So moving on to the 15 minute. 15 minute, I'll basically use the white lines as my zone. All right. So 15 minute, we see the price coming down, coming down. All right. It came down here, and all of a sudden here it did a change. Right. So on the 15-minute time frame, it shows that it will temporarily continue the pump, okay, moving upwards before we can actually start taking a sell. So I will wait for 15 minutes to actually have something like this, right? So basically on the 15 minute right now, what we have is price came down, right? Price came down. Let me just redraw the whole thing. All right, so 15 minute, the price coming down, right? It does this, right? And all of a sudden it broke above, right? Then it indicates the price on the 15 will start moving upwards, right? So the moment it hits my hour 4 zone, all right, let's just say I have a zone somewhere here, all right? The moment it hit my hour 4 zone here, okay, that's where I will be monitoring it quite closely, all right, to actually see something like this on the 15 minute, all right? It comes again, right, and then it breaks this low, all right, and then I will hop on to the 1 minute, right? I will basically on my 15, I will look for the supply area, all right, and I'll hop on to the 1 minute. So when this comes back on the 1 minute is where I will take my entry, right, and then start selling it back to the downside. All right, so this is what I'm trying to look for on NZD JPY. Okay, so I'm going to wait out and be patient first for NZD JPY to see if it will tap in here on the 15. Alright, the moment it taps in, then I'll be looking for opportunities to start shorting this pair. Alright, okay, so AUD JPY is very similar to NZD JPY. Right, we can see the hour 4 here wasn't broken. It just gives us a very, very long wick. Right, and currently it's heading towards the zone up here as well, right? But of course we won't be forgetting that we also have one here, all right, which slightly overlaps. All right, we'll see how this is going to perform first. All right, it's slightly similar to the NZD pair. All right, okay, Euro CAD, this is my 15-minute zone. Okay, we'll wait out to see if we will have a confirmation, because on the 15 minute we do know the price broken above, right? That's where we will be looking for buys. Okay, but we see the latest one here, right, at 7 as well. It has broken below as well, which it will also indicates that on the 15 minute Euro CAD will be dumping, right? So we'll just see how far this is going to go, right, before it gives us a confirmation. All right, we'll just wait out a while more to see how this goes. Okay, GBP JPY. All right, same story. All right, I'm still waiting in these 3 zones here. Right, it's not mitigated, not mitigated. This one is a slightly mitigated one already. Right, this candle is the one that does the break, and this one it came back once, right, came back here a little bit again, right? But if you look at this zone here, this candle broke, it did not come back. This zone candle broke, it did not come back, right? So I'll be looking for buys in these 2 zones here. Right, we'll see. We'll just wait out for a GBP JPY, because after this break above, the price came back below, right? At about here it started to range a little. And then if you look at the bigger ones here, right, it's also ranging as well, right? It's been ranging up and down, up and down, up and down. So not trying to rush into it. We'll just see how this is going to perform before we actually take any actions. Alright, USD JPY. Alright, the same story as well. Okay, on the 15 we have a break, which is the price that is coming down. right? Basically, here we have a break here, all right? Price did came back eventually, right? Last week during my live on Friday, right? Reason why I did not give an entry also is because I don't see any confirmation. Because if you look on the 15th, the price has been slowly going up, right? Similar to like somewhere here, right? This one, it gives a very drastic pump, right? But if you look at this one here, right, it does all this, right? So I won't be jumping in if I'm seeing something like this. And also we don't have a break. So if you have a break, then we will see the price continue to pump, but we don't, right? So for USD JPY, I'm just going to sit back, relax, and just monitor how this pair going to play out first. All right, CAD JPY, hour 4, right? Finally, we have a break towards the upside. Okay, we have a break towards the upside here. We don't have a confirmed high, but our low, it will be here. Alright, so basically what we see here on CAD JPY, right, we have something like this. It broke above, but at the same time, our low is below this low, right, and this is continuing to pump. So it's continuing to pump, right? Same. You can look at this, right? From here, it came up, came down here. It broke above this high, came back below, right? Creating this lower than this, right? This one here lower than this, and then it breaks above here. All right, so we'll see how we'll see basically what CAD JPY will do, because we have a high, we have a low, right? We have a higher high, we have a lower low, right? It's supposed to be a higher low, right? But we have lower low here, right? So if we have something like slightly smoother, something like this, right, I don't mind taking it. But if we are having something like this, breaks above, we have shadow below here, right, and then it breaks above again, right? So if this to come back, I might be taking a buy, but it depends on how the price moves. If I like what I see, then I'll be hopping in. But if I don't like what I see, then I will just avoid it. Right? Because at the end of the day, it's a yen pair as well. Right? So basically, yen pair, we will be seeing we may be seeing quite a bit of a movement. All right. Okay. So Euro JPY. I don't have a high yet as well, so I'm going to be assuming this is the one, right? Because I don't have a proper retracement yet. Oh, okay, no, actually we do have. Okay, we do have a proper retracement at about this level. Right, so we will be looking at about somewhere here. But Euro JPY won't be something that I will be hopping in, because if let's say this gives us the retracement that we are looking for, right, this whole candle is our demand area, right? It's like basically more than the 50 already, right? If you look at this, 50 is here, right? Anything below the 50, but anything below the 50 for this candle is just a wick, right? So Euro JPY would be something that I won't be looking into at the moment, right? I will just look at, for now I'll be looking at gold and also GBP USD. Right, let's take a look at US 30. Okay, US 30, we have something here on the hour 4, we have a tap in. Alright, let's look at 15 minute. We definitely have a break here coming down, and eventually we have a break upwards as well. Okay, we also have a break here. Okay, now we see the price is moving upwards for US 30. Okay, we'll be basically waiting at about this level here to see a change in the market structure. Okay, when something like this happen, all right, basically if let's say this one were to dump, breaking this low, all right, then I will start looking for my zone, all right, because basically I will be using a flip, right? For example, saying I have a zone somewhere here, right? Let's say I have a zone somewhere here. This is going to be where I'll be selling, right? So when the price starts to retrace on the 15, the moment it taps in, I will hop onto the 1 minute to look for a confirmation for me to start selling. Right, so basically what we are waiting for is what we see right now here is we have this pump, right? We have this pump up, then from here it broke below, right? And then it went up again, right? Which is here. Right, so if this were to break this low, right, which is this low, basically as usual as always I've said it, right? Get a flip from here to here, right? Comes back to the 618. That's where you start looking for sell positions, right? So I will be waiting for US 30 to see how it goes. Okay, let's look at WTI before we hop in back to gold. Right, this one here did not give me a confirmation. Okay, if you look at 15, right, there's no confirmation for me to take, so I did not jump in. Okay, basically on the hour 4, we are still in the zone. Right, we have this being taken out here, right? Moving on to the 15. On the 15 minute, basically we have this here that does a change in the market structure, indicates that it's coming down. All right. Being aggressive and conservative, of course, there's a good thing and also there's a bad thing, right? Basically, if let's say you're being a little bit aggressive, right, you can assume here as a break, we can start using a flip like this, right? Entry at the 0.5 for the 618 will do. But if we were to be conservative for this pair, we will be looking at about basically at about this range here to be broken, right? This is like very safe, right? Because this is the high, so you need this to be broken in order for the price to pump. Okay, we'll just monitor on WTI to see how it plays out first, before we actually jump into any conclusion. Right, okay, I'm going to move back on gold. I think because gold may give us something. Right, US session has already opened, about 7 minutes in already. Okay, at the moment, I don't have anything. Alright, other than GBP USD, prop, we may have something for GBP USD. Alright, we may have something on GBP USD. We'll see how this play out first. Okay, for gold, basically, I'm still waiting for this level here to be broken. Okay, because this is based on my hour 4. Alright, so on the 15 minute, I want to be a little bit more conservative since today it's a Monday. I'm not planning to rush into any trades at the moment because I've taken a very minor profit right in the morning today on GBP USD. Okay, so we'll see if gold we can actually see something out of it. Right, so if this happens, then we'll be marking the zones that we want to get into. Right? Do you guys have any questions? Anything that you want to ask, or maybe something that you don't understand? Well, I'm pretty sure I've said a lot, but I'm not sure if you guys actually understand what I'm trying to send it out to you guys. So if you guys have anything to ask, make sure you just feel free to comment in the comment section on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, and I will guide you guys from there. I will give you my answers from there. All right. Just give me a moment. I'm going to go grab my water. Give me a minute, yeah? Well, just hold on. Give me 1 minute. Alright, sorry guys, sorry, back. Alright. Okay, let's just monitor it. I'm actually thinking that WTI is something that we can look at. But I just don't like WTI. Alright, basically WTI, it's I'm not sure if your broker has it. Alright, some broker may state it as WTI USD. There are some brokers that state it as XTI USD, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure which broker you guys are using. But for mine it's WTI. Alright, I'm not liking what I see here, right? Like these two big red candles. And because if I want to take an aggressive entry, which is here, alright, or let's just say about this level here, okay, anything below the 50 would be my zone, alright, would be my demand area. Alright, so I have one here, okay, at the same time I have one here. Alright, so if I'm going to take a buy, I would prefer at this lower zone. Alright, I would prefer at this lower zone. Okay, so let's see what we have here on the 1 minute. Alright. Alright, so looking back on the 1 minute, we notice that the price has been going up, alright, breaking this high. Okay, also this high has been broken. Right, came back. Currently it's coming down. Okay, on the 1 minute, when we have a tap in at this level here, okay, let me just show you guys what my confirmation will be looking like. Right, we have a tap in here, right, and then it keeps coming down. Right, so when this red candle happens, right, this red candle here, Okay, when this happens, I will be looking at this high here to be broken, right? But it did not happen. At about here, it created another low, right? So then I'll be looking at about this candle, right? Which will have a break. I will get a flip from here to here, entry on the 618, which is quite a sharp entry, right? At the 618 here. This 618 stops covering this low about, let's just say, somewhere here, right? TP would be on the 50-minute high, right? But when it comes back to this level is where we start to set our break even, right? Barely any drawdown and it start to pump, okay? And then we notice, right, it couldn't pump, it couldn't even touch the top here, right? It started to break below again. Okay, so why I'm not hopping in is because I don't really like what I'm seeing. Okay, like I said, on the 15-minute, it will be slightly aggressive for us to actually take these entries here. Okay, on the 1 minute chart here, because basically this would be our first entry already, right? But we didn't get this entry because this happened basically just now at about 8:22, right? I will want to see if this low here can be taken out first. Alright, grabbing all the liquidity that it could and then start pumping. Alright, if it breaks below this one here, right, if it breaks below here, alright, I'll be waiting at this zone which is on the 15, which is my final demand area. Alright, to actually look for a buy. Alright, for today, right now, basically, if we look at other pairs like gold or GBP at the moment, we don't have anything that we can be taking. Alright? We don't have anything that we can be taking. I would look at WTI for now because it looks like we may have an opportunity for WTI. Right? It may look like an opportunity for us. So we'll see if WTI actually gives us that opportunity to take a buy. Alright, I want to see this being taken out. Okay, and then eventually look for a change of character on the 1 minute, and then we can start buying it. Alright. Take it to yourself. We will talk more. What are all the times? If you guys have any questions, feel free to just ask me, alright? Feel free to ask me if you want to know anything, right? So that you understand what I'm trying to say, and you can also learn a thing or two out of what I'm saying, right? Guys have any questions, feel free to just ask me, alright? Okay, since today's a Monday, all right, we take it slow, right? We don't rush into anything. Uh, because if you guys actually look back on Mondays, usually it's a little slow compared to other days, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will be looking at a lot of fundamentals impact, and Friday, we will have the volatility, but Friday it will be, when there's volatility, then the risk is slightly higher. Why I say so is because on the Friday, people will want to get out of trades, right? So when people is getting out of all the trades, uh, it will somehow give an impact to the market movement. All right, so that is why the volatility comes in. Okay, so when people start, closing their positions, taking out their profits and everything, it would ruin the market a little, right? And if you don't play it safe on a Friday, it will, the profits you had from Monday to Thursday will just be gone. All right. So usually on a Monday and Friday, I tend to trade a little lesser. Uh, on Tuesday to Thursday is where I will give much more focus to actually see if we can have any opportunity in those 3 days. All right. So since today is a Monday, let's just take it slow. All right. Let's just see what the market is going to give us, and if there's something that it gives, and something like maybe the price action that we like, then we'll take it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. All right. So for TikTok, I'm going to end my live. All right. For TikTok, make sure you guys, if you're not in my channel, make sure you guys hop into my channel. All right. You will get updates from me. If I'm giving out a signal, I'll give you guys a signal in my Telegram. All right. So feel free to hop onto your Telegram and just type this thing in. All right, and it will link you directly to my Telegram channel. All right, and just don't be afraid. All right, we are definitely a channel that is free. All right, we don't charge you anything. All right, come in for free, learn a thing or two for free. Everything is free. All right, so just hop into our channel and just join us, and of course follow my TikTok channel as well. I'll be doing live every day, Monday to Friday. All right, basically the live session will happen on the New York session. All right, for Asian and also London, I won't be doing any live, but I will monitor the market and see if there's an opportunity given, right, a very good one, then I'll be taking it and I will let you guys know. All right, so on TikTok, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys soon.
You're just like my favorite song going round and round my head. Like my favorite song going round and round my head. 5 days on the freeway, riding shotgun with you. Always in a fast lane, we have big dreams and blue. Fast beats out of mine, and I still feel alive.
All right, so back to YouTube and Twitch. Okay, at the moment I'm just monitoring WTI. All right, so like I've said, I want to see this taken out, right? But not a candle closing below. All right, so we have a candle close below, basically below this low, which then indicates to me that on the 1 minute time frame, we will be seeing price coming down. All right, with this low here being taken out, in order for me to take a buy, be conservative, I'm going to be looking at this level here to be taken out. All right, this level here to be taken out, right? Because if you look at 15 minutes, in about 6 more minutes to go, this candle, it may just give us a wick. All right, if the body closes inside the zone, this zone, all right, then we'll be taking, hopefully taking a buy. But if the candle body closes outside of this zone, I won't be looking at this anymore. I will wait until it comes back to this level. Right, so in about 6 more minutes, we are still good to go. Right, so on the 1 minute chart, this is where I'll be conservative. And if let's say I want to be a little aggressive, right, I'll be looking at about this level here. All right, these are the two levels that gives me the interest to actually take a buy for WTM. All right. On gold, basically right now we don't have anything. Right, this one also has been taken out. Right, which on the 15 minute, this is my newer low. Right. So we hop into the 1 minute. Definitely there's nothing that we can take at the moment. Right, same goes for GBP USD, the two pairs that I look at the most, which is gold and GBP USD. Right, so I'll be looking at WTI for now because this looks a little promising for now. Right, we'll see how this is going to go for the 15-minute candle. If it breaks below, then basically we'll just focus for tomorrow. Right, we have about 4 to 5 more minutes to see how this plays out. Just give me a minute. All right. So at 9 o'clock, we'll know if the candle is going to close out of the zone. All right. Right, we see this very huge dump. Right. Okay, gold has been dumping as well. If I look at 15 minutes, if let's say I'm just minimizing the zone, it will be something like this. Alright. Okay, let's look at the 15, right? It did not break the zone. Okay, it did not break. Right, if let's say this one, because we have a new low, right, to be aggressive would be somewhere here. If we get a flip out, right, this one at the 0.5 has already left, right? But to me, I think for WTI, I would rather not be as aggressive by taking this level, right? I would rather select this one here, right? I would rather choose this level here to be taken out first, because we know that this is a much proper move, right? Basically, from here we have this dump, here it came up, right? And then it broke below, right? Which is here, right? It broke below. So in order for me to take a buy, I would prefer this one here, right? Because this one just looks aggressive enough and also a little bit very risky as well, right? So I would rather wait for this one here, this one to be broken, and then I'll start taking a buy. Just give me one moment, okay? All right, let's see if we can actually see this one here to be broken. Okay, like I've said, it will be a little bit riskier basically taking the entry here. Right? Even though yes, it does play out, it came below and it come now, right? But I think because it's a Monday, right? So let's just be a little bit more safer, right? Instead of just trying to rush into a trade just for the sake of getting something out of it on a Monday. All right. But if let's say in 5 minutes time I don't see a break, then basically I won't be looking for any opportunities. All right, because basically for gold and also for GBP USD at the moment we don't see a possibility to take a trade, right? Because why I said so, on a 4 hour on gold, right, the price has closed right about 5 minutes ago, right, with this very huge bearish candle. Right, so in order for me to take a buy, I need to see something on the 15th. Right, so for me on the 15th, uh, this one here also considered a little aggressive here as well. Right, if you want to be even more aggressive on the 15th, you can be choosing about this level. All right, but to me, I won't be taking some risk here, that's for sure. I would rather wait for this zone here to be broken, basically this price here to be broken. And once it breaks, then that's where I will start going on to the 1 minute to look for my entry. Alright. Alright, so I'm thinking that today we won't be seeing any opportunity on the New York session. Alright, so I will come back tomorrow live as well. Alright, and I will update you guys later if I see anything. Alright, but for now, if you guys are looking at gold on the 50-minute, I would suggest either this or this to be broken. Alright, the moment it breaks, alright, you can start pulling your fib, alright, from here. You can start pulling and trail it all the way up. As long as it didn't retrace back to the 50, alright, you are still good to go. Continue trailing this, and when you start retracing, and when you start retracing, right, you see the retracement happen, right, you can entry at the 0.5 or the 618, right. So you can just watch out for this to happen later. Okay, as for other pairs right now, we don't have anything. Alright, so we'll look into it basically tomorrow as well. I will just keep an eye on GBP USD and also gold. Alright, I'll look into these two much more closer. Alright, so thank you guys for joining my live. Alright, and basically my live will happen again tomorrow, basically up until Friday. Alright, so I'll see you guys tomorrow onwards until Friday as well. Alright, also for the New York session. Alright, so thank you guys for joining my live, and I will see you guys soon. Alright, thank you and bye.